Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Sipping with Chee podcast, man. Let's go.
What's up? I'm back. Classic TV. We in this bitch.
And I'm a special guest. I feel like a host, but I'm a special guest. You know what I mean? My man Pod's son. That's what people know me by from the West Side. What up, Chee? Man, I'm happy to be here, nigga.
Hey, man,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is way overdue, man. You know what I mean? Let me say this, man. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come on your shit, and we didn't even know each other like that. We just had mutual friends. So I'm gonna return the favor, man. We ain't got closer since then.
Facts.
Fight nights.
Facts. Shit, I hang out with you more than I ever see any of them. And honestly, man. like all of my niggas, like Don P is the one I really got the closest with. But shout out all them niggas, bro. Like that's the reason I brought you on the show at that point. Cause I'm like, at that point, I was stamping everything who they brought by for the most part. Like all them niggas solid. I'm from the West Side, so I never fuck with the South Side at all, really, when I was young. Cause I got my own reasons. I used to like go to church down there, but I just had a bad vibe with the South Side when I was young. But anyway, so I'm from the West Side, but meeting y'all niggas, bro, gave me hope. I was like, man, there's some cool niggas in Arizona. Because, you know, one thing I wasn't able to operate around out here is these bust-ass niggas. But meeting y'all, I'm just dead serious. Meeting y'all was a breath of fresh air, bro. I could look niggas in the eyes, and I was like, these niggas solid. Y'all not overly on no gangster shit where it's like, okay, they on some crash out shit. No, y'all all successful, getting money, taking care of your shit, but not to be playing around with, you know what I'm saying? That's my style. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the home team, man. Keith and everybody over there, man. So they're my day one guys, man.
Businessmen, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Seeing Tate. Nigga, I was living in one of Tate condos and shit like that. Like seeing just everything they got going on and everything that y'all do just as a unit. Cause truthfully, all y'all niggas got some shit going on. Like even nigga, the way you build up your crib, I'm like, nigga, you got the house of like a 40-year-old white man. This nigga done built this bitch up where he can really have fight nights in the pool parties. And young niggas ain't doing that, man. I respect it, bro.
Hey, appreciate that.
And at the same time, full-fledged crippin'.
Hey, I'm outside a little bit, man. Nah, I appreciate your kind words, bro. I'm glad you on the platform. So we gonna talk some shit today.
Let's go.
We're gonna be completely honest and on some Charlemagne and Joe Budden shit today.
I truly believe Arizona needs you. Like it don't have to specifically be you, but they need somebody like you. Like from the South Side specifically. Every side of town. Like how I'm on the West Side. You know what I'm saying? You got staples like Dan G's Mexican, but you got Dan G on the North Side where he's music. Like they got an entertainment staple on every fucking part of town. Y'all got the music, but as far as media, you got Freeze TV and he's a fucking legend, been doing it for a while.
Freeze,
but you would be doing it more for like the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? More like the people that's coming up and they gonna look at you as an OG while you looking at somebody like Freeze like OG. They gonna look at you like the OG and they gonna listen to what you gotta say, bro. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Freeze is the reason why I'm doing the shit that I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
When I was a young dude, man, he had fabulous fades, bro, and I would always look up to him and see the shit he doing because he was doing shit that nobody was doing.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
So Freeze threw me the alley-oop, and I just...
That motherfucker got some quality. I've only met him one time, bro, but when I met him, he had that spirit, almost the same like y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's talk about just you starting the podcast and you just growing up in Maryvale. Just tell us.
Let's go there. Let's go there. That's funny. I never really ever got to talk about this shit with nobody. For one, I don't get interviewed, and I haven't been interviewed probably in like a year at least. But they always just ask questions like podcast shit. So Maryvale was crazy, bro. And not only was it crazy, I was fucking crazy. Like up until I was about 12 years old, bro, I thought I was a fucking grown man, and I lived like that. I'm not even playing. Like when I said jumped off the porch to do the podcast, I jumped off the porch and just started. I used to be breaking into houses when I was like 7 years old. Facts. Around the neighborhood. Stealing little simple shit and I wouldn't take shit to where it was too noticeable or shit like that. But I felt like that's how broke we was. And now I look at it, but my mom always did the best we could, bro. But we was in a fucking 4-bedroom house with about 20 people at my granny crib. I lived with, it was my mom, me, my 2 brothers, and my sister in a room. I say a third of this room. Maybe half. Literally. Like that's how we lived most of our life. So it was like, nigga, I came up, honestly, I was like a funny ass little nigga, but I was always stealing something. I was a kleptomaniac. If you had it and I seen it, I will come take it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it was. So then I didn't have my pop since I was probably like 4 or 5. My real biological father. He's in prison right now. Wild nigga. So by the time I turned like 7 years old, my mom meets my stepdad, who ends up taking care of me up until he passed away, got rest of soul a couple years ago. So he was like my father, you know what I mean? This nigga took care of me. Like he was on business. He had his money. Everything was straight, and he made sure he was getting shit taken care of. He took us up out of Maryvale. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I was about that age, I moved to fucking El Mirage. You know what I'm saying? I would still hang out in Maryvale every fucking weekend because I just couldn't get away from the shit. But I was in a more, like, I got to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? I swear, that's why I explained it to where I felt like a grown man. Because I'm sure y'all understand, like, the pressures, it just felt like I had to provide, at that fucking age. So by the time I moved to El Mirage, bro, I just got to be a regular kid. And then the story was like that. Then I ended up going back to Avondale. Shit got crazy. But yeah, bro, Maryvale's cool, man. And back then, Maryvale was more black. Like, now it's all Mexican. Back then, I would say it was closer to about almost half and half, bro. For sure. So it was a lot of competition, a lot of fighting, a lot of, like, ignorant shit, too. Like, I remember just seeing niggas cross the street and be like, hey, go send my little brother and his friends on his. Like, go beat them niggas up. And they run across the street and go whoop. Like, it was like that, bro. It was, you know how to sound. It was dog eat dog, but on some kid shit looking back at it, but it didn't feel like that at the time at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, growing up as a kid, like, when I picture the West Side, because I've never really been to Maryvale. I've probably been out there a couple times, but our cousins used to live on, like, 43rd Avenue in McDowell. You feel me? In those towns.
That's the trenches, bro. I grew up in the townies on 51st and McDowell first. And then I moved to 63rd and McDowell. And that's where my granny still stays to this day. That's where I started the fucking podcast.
Okay, yeah.
First year.
The townies, that's we rooted over there too.
Yeah, bro.
And so I met some real West Side niggas over there.
The townies was rough. And I know they was rough because when I went to Westview was on hit. Like, niggas used to be, it was a set out there called the 100 Block Crips, and niggas was holding it the fuck down, you know what I'm saying? But one week, randomly, them townie niggas came out there. And I was like, damn, these niggas on some other shit. Like, these Westview niggas on some wild shit. These niggas is demonic. Like, I seen a nigga get stripped broad daylight outside of McDonald's. Broad fucking daylight. Strip, head to toe, nigga, take everything off. I was like, ain't nobody gonna come stop this? Like, this is fucking crazy.
No.
There was some townie niggas.
Yeah, the West Side niggas is crazy earlier days.
Hey, this is a funny part. So the nigga got stripped, and I don't know why. This nigga still had his shades on. So he thought this nigga, he about to, give me them fucking shades. And then he took the shades too.
They ain't gonna know who I am if I got the shades on.
I swear to God, I was like, bro, if I was stripping, I probably would have took the shades off first. Like, but you know, it was a real story.
Yeah.
So growing up the way you grew up, man, you said like at an early age you had to be the man of the house.
No, but I felt like that. But I'll say I had to be the man for me. It almost felt like and this is just being facts. Like, sometimes we ain't eat. And this is just a stone cold fact, bro. I'm be honest. No, like, my mom did her best. Everything was good. But there was literally some times where you just not going to eat. Like, simple. Yeah. So I felt like I just had to go get it for myself, specifically, a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Because it's like, there's so many fucking people in that house, bro. Like, my granny's like the matriarch. So anybody who need some healing or some saving or somewhere to stay, you can pull up. Even if all the rooms is full, nigga, you can sleep in the kitchen. Like, we gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those type things. But my mom's going through a lot. She had 4 kids real early. Like I said, my biological father was off the motherfucking chain, so a lot to handle.
What was your motivation though? Like, what made you just kind of?
Truth, as a kid at that age, I just wanted to, almost like I said, be a kid. So getting to El Mirage is kind of what made me just like settle down and really tap into my creative processes. Before then, I started reading books early and shit like that because I've always kind of been a brainiac. Like, if you know me at my core, I'm a nerd for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, truthfully and honestly. But I don't even know, like, I never felt like I could do anything as far as reading and writing and creating stories and journalism and all this shit. Like, none of that didn't mean anything to me till I got to sit down and clear my mind. And once I did, my motivation just became, and which it still is now, like, just really to be the best, really at whatever you do. And it don't mean like nothing about like just being consistent and just being cold at what you do. But I just always love the storytelling aspect of anything. So I guess the answer to the motivation really is just, I don't know, just I want to tell stories, bro. And I want to do it at a high level. And I've always wanted to, you know, because I get lost reading books sometimes. Like, you read a book and you would be like, bro, where the fuck was I just at when you closed that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it probably goes hand in hand with that because I really don't know where it came from, bro. But just love reading, love writing, love telling stories. And that's why I do mostly interview type style because it's like I could really just sit there and pop shit and I I've done stand-up comedy, so if I want to start ranting and raving and doing, I'm gonna have to show you some of that shit too. But I can do that. But I'm more into storytelling, bro. Like that's just my passion. So maybe I end up making movies one day. Who knows?
Yeah. What made you jump into the podcast world though? What made you just say, "Fuck it, man, this is what I want to do"?
At the time, I had a warrant for some ignorant shit, not nothing serious. Like I think it was possession of marijuana, maybe, or some simple shit. But at the time, it was illegal in Arizona still. So my background was fucked up. To make a long story short, I couldn't get a real job. It was because it was a felony. They put it as an F6. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, you literally stopping my livelihood from this shit. So I'm like, I can't go up to no news station and because I might even be able to get the job specifically like off the interview and what I do. But once they look at my background, it's up. Yep. Even the same with the job. So I was like, well, they can't stop me from doing that with a podcast. So that's why I did that at the time. I was like, I ain't going to nobody's radio or nothing getting turned down. Knowing damn well I'm not a criminal. Knowing damn well I ain't no criminal. I ain't out here doing shit to nobody, yada, yada, yada. But y'all gonna look at me and tell me I can't work here because some fucking bullshit.
Be like that,
yeah. So, but shout out, once it went legal, that shit got dropped off my thing. So it was like, okay, finally I can be regular again. Like, and that was what, 2020? Yeah. So it's 5 years of that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What you jumping into the podcast world, man? When did it click in the back of your mind, like, man, this is my calling?
I think I knew it before.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually want to go back to your last question. Yeah. A big part of my motivation was watching SportsCenter. So people like Stuart Scott and people like what's the fucking dude name? Not Skip Bayless. Scoop Jackson, I think he used to be on ESPN. He was like people who was just J.A. Adonde. People who was just bringing that flavor. Yeah. And even though it was just sports, it was like a different sort of take on sports. Yeah. And just seeing niggas who look like me, I was like, damn, bro, I could low-key do this shit. So I feel like it's been my calling since then. Like, I've just been programmed with everything, like all the antics, all the extra colorful shit they was adding. I'm like, bro, so at the end of the day, media can be, and ESPN squared up. Like, they don't even let niggas do the shit they used to do back then. But back then, they had a little more leeway, at least, you know what I'm saying? But it's just more of a thing like, okay, so I can put my own spin on things. And even though starting here, it was just putting my own spin on Arizona, it's still a spin. Even like with the last fucking clip I just dropped, I know how to make shit interesting for motherfuckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it's like, why the fuck not? Like, so if I don't do that, then I'm kind of going against my calling, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to spice some shit up, man. You got to stir some shit up, and we're going to get to that. We're going to stir a whole bunch of shit. We're going to have some all type of...
Shit got to be interesting, man, regardless. On a local scale, national scale, global scale. If motherfuckers ain't interested, it ain't matter in the first place.
Yep. And I feel like that's why Charlamagne and Joe Budden is just so, so amazing, because they speak their mind. Yeah. Wendy Williams. Everybody hate Wendy.
Yeah, let that shit off. Fuck it.
So, yeah.
You're going to piss some people off, but at least they going to know your perspective, and they can't ever hold it against you and be like, oh, you was fake. Like,
yeah. Are we here to make friends? I got enough friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got a hell of a lot of family, too, so who cares? Like, it is what it is. Yeah. And it ain't like, this is what I'll say on top of that. I don't never aim to ever disrespect anybody. Right. Like, man, woman, whatever. You're going to have my respect. You know what I'm saying? So if I give you my opinion, even if it comes from a critical place, I don't have nothing personally against you. I ain't trying to belittle you. And even if you're the type of person that feels some type of way, I might just leave it all the way alone, because I don't want to make nobody even feel uncomfortable down there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, that shit is always still done out of love. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's cool to hear from a media standpoint. Like you said, most people are so opinionated, and they look for the controversy, and they look for like the backlash from it in order to kind of gain that traction, as opposed to it just being organic. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, I heard that little story.
But for it to just be an organic conversation, say this is what my thought process is, this is, whatever. If you don't like it, but I'm not trying to be, whatever. So it's dope to hear somebody who's in media have that kind of take to say, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not looking for the controversy. It's gonna come, and you're prepared, but it's not a goal, because shock value is everything for people.
Man, you be out here disrespecting people, somebody gonna whoop your ass, and I'm not in the business of getting my ass whooped, so I ain't disrespecting nobody, right, man. Facts. I'm cool.
A lot of the times when I do watch these interviews, a lot of the guests be getting mad at the host, because the host is asking questions that they've already, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if they beefing with somebody and they've already went on a different interview and said some shit about it, we just trying to tap in with what you said.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's already moving and grooving, nigga. We trying to figure out what, you know what I mean? Can we get our opinion on, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've watched a lot of your interviews, and you know, it's always like local beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
local beef. So I've seen the bootleg Kev and the Sincerely
Silly
Collins. I've seen
Collins and Futuristic.
Yeah, Desert Baby and Futuristic.
Desert Baby.
Yeah. So and then it'd be a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? So I like to kind of tap into shit like that, because I mean, if local niggas just got to be more real. You know
that's a fact, bro.
Yeah, they got to be more real, even if it's music, fashion, podcasting, whatever. Because it's always competition out here, bro.
It's gonna be.
That's life, bro. And
sure.
it ain't even got to be looked at in a bad way. It's more of a thing like, bro, niggas ain't gotta be everybody friend. Like, I feel like all the rappers and all the people or entertain, everybody just so buddy. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being cool, but there's nothing interesting also about that shit either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, if we gonna look at this shit like sport, which it low key kind of is, you know what I mean? If we two boxers and we about to have a fight, that doesn't mean that I can't fight no more. And, you know, just because you might have won or I might have won, that don't mean I'm still not a great fucking fighter. Yeah. I think motherfuckers out here feel like they don't even want to make it seem like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's more of like, it don't gotta be competition. It just gotta be, like how you said, real, honest. You know what I'm saying? Let your real fucking feelings be known. And if not, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I think a lot of competition makes everybody better.
Yeah.
If you go in it with healthy intent, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you coming in and you being toxic, like, I'm being better than everybody because y'all ain't shit. No, this dude is better at this. I'm gonna try to step into that lane and make that, and by competition push everybody up. If you do it that way, if you want to be about a collaborative approach, but just wanting to see like somebody do better or be better than somebody else, there's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. It's a part of everything. Everything is rated against everything.
Man,
you go to Walmart's rated against Target. You go to McDonald's, it's rated against Burger King. So it's just the way that we live.
And some people might love Target, and some people might think Target fucking sucks, and some people might like Walmart. And there you go. That's what I was trying to see. I think people be wanting everybody to like them. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I don't care what product you come out with. Everybody's not going to be a fan of it. Yeah. Everybody's not going to like it. It's just a fucking fact. Like, and I feel like motherfuckers out here more like, I don't even want to know who don't like it. Just get my 10 friends to put fire emojis under this bitch. Yeah. You know, let me know that it's hot, and we going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not real. You got to put that shit to the motherfucking test. You're going to see what it's about for sure.
And a lot of motherfuckers out here too, man, and I'm going to say this, man, respectfully, a lot of motherfuckers be out here thinking that they the shit, but don't even have a resume.
Don't even have a residence.
Yeah, they shit. Hey, bro, it just be like, bro, you talking all this shit like you just the biggest and baddest in Arizona, but you don't have no resume. Like, you supposed to be an artist, or you supposed to be doing this, you don't have a website. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what's your background? Let me do a background check on you. Let me see what, you know, what you've done first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like a job resume. Nigga, let me see what the fuck you've done first before you say you the best.
Yeah, what do you do? Who you helping out? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas be out. I don't know. That shit is everywhere, though, to be real, bro. Motherfuckers, one of my favorite poems, that Deepest Fear poem, when they say there's nothing enlightened about playing small so that other people don't feel insecure around you, I think it'd be a lot of that. Like, motherfuckers be playing small, and it's like, I don't want to rub this person the wrong way or make this person feel like that, or literally, you in the grand scheme of thinking about 10, 20, 100 people. It's millions of fucking people out there. Yeah. It's 10, 20, 100 people don't even, they matter because every person matters. But in the overall scheme of things, bro, it's the picture is much larger. You know what I'm saying? I think people just get caught up and that's when you stick yourself in that box where it's like, this is pretty much my circle. I'm going to drop this post. It's going to always go around to the same people. And the same people gonna comment on it, same people gonna like say it. It's like, bro, there's no growth in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. Or at least getting outside eyes on it to where it's like everyone needs to be a new step up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And shit, if I do this just because I'm on your show. You know what I mean? If I was that type of nigga, bro, I would have been that fucking for the podcasting. Everything I did, I never sat there and made a big deal out of none of that. From interviewing Master P to Snoop Dogg putting me in his movie.
Talk your shit.
To fucking nigga DJ Quick came out here and took me out multiple times. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to do interviews. We ended up in strip. I'm riding with my fucking idol. I ain't post that shit. We don't take no pictures. I ain't tag this nigga on Instagram and do all this shit. You know what I mean? I made DEBOO cry. I threw the shit up, but I ain't sit there and send it to Shade Room. I ain't take the clip out. I could have easily put that bitch on anything. Like, paid money to market this shit to make it. Bro, and I'm going to just tell you this. I had fucking Stacy from the Wood. I did an interview with this nigga in LA. He was just on Snowfall and shit, too. Yeah. High as a fucking kite. Like, high as a mother. I don't even know what to say. Like, if I was the type of viral, ignorant ass, I could have just took that shit, put it out, and it would have went. I still got that bitch on my laptop. It was the most shit show of an interview that I've ever fucking done. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put this out. I'm not gonna do nothing with this shit. But most motherfuckers, they ain't gonna take that shit and overexpose a nigga, let alone just expose a nigga. So for me, bro, I be like, for one, I'm saying all that to say, don't none of that shit fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still got to be working. You still got to be getting shit done. You still got to make the next move. And if you get caught up in the last move, that's kind of why I never wanted to do it. Because if you get caught up in that last move, you fuck around, get stuck there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's when, like, bro, at that point, you're no longer growing. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Now that's kind of like clout chasing. What you saying? Like niggas that try to ruin another person's reputation or just try to buzz off your last thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I feel it. So what you threw out some big names. You know what I'm saying? He threw out some big names.
All true. All true.
And I've been following you since day one. I seen the Master P. I've seen the DEBOO. I've seen a couple Chicago artists that
Billionaire Black.
Billionaire
that's
Black.
my guy. Yeah.
Okay, how did you get those connects and how did you get those alley-oops to actually interview them?
All networking, to be real with you, bro. 100,000% networking, like pulling up at events. And when I beat her, I just be like this, like I be chilling. Like I'm gonna offer you a shot. I'm gonna ask you if you smoke weed. We gonna kick shit. Like, and that's only if you cool. If you're not cool, I pretty much always just would play the back or do it myself. But it was just kicking it, bro. And then everybody be on something. So I just wanted to know what motherfuckers was into. I was the type of person when I interview you, I'll be like, yo, if this shit cool, if we end up being cool, bro, I might want to fuck with you on some business, maybe what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's more just a relationship building thing to where it became real, true relationships, you know, to all the motherfuckers really long standing now. And yeah, man, that's really it, bro. Being a cool nigga and fucking with people that's genuine and making sure that all that shit just reciprocates. Big word, reciprocates. Yeah. So, so I'm genuine, you genuine, we gonna get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we doing.
Yeah, you can read niggas like a book.
Oh, for sure.
Right when you meet, eye-to-eye contact, handshake.
And that's why you read a lot of books too, because that's where niggas get that shit from. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, for real. So with those different connects and interviews, which one was your favorite interview out of all the interviews that you've done, bro? Your favorite one that was kind of heartfelt or, you know, just...
Heartfelt, I wouldn't say none, to be honest with you, only because I get so caught up in the job of doing it that I'm not really into that shit, like, emotionally or nothing, because it's, like, between the lines. Now, maybe afterwards, obviously, the Master P one, because I'm like, yo, this fucking Master P, and, like, he pulled up on me with no security. It was, like, legit. Like, we did an 1.5 hour interview. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's a long time to get a rich nigga to sit down with you. You know what I mean? A long fucking time. He ain't had to be there. He ain't had to do none of that. But as far as the most interesting one, bro, it was LACEY KAY Summers, bro, the Playboy model, or former Playboy model. But she does a lot. She does music. She does acting. She killing. She got like 12 million followers. But hers was drama, but it was on a national scale. Okay. So. And it was funny. It was about Antonio Brown. I guess she had sent, or no, not she. Antonio Brown was all up in her DMs, but he was like on some wild shit. Like it wasn't like regular like fire emojis or eyes. It was like, I'm about to put a baby up in your ass right now. And he like, I think he with his wife at the time or some crazy shit, or it was his baby mom. He was just having a baby with some chick he was dating or some shit. So she brought it up on the podcast and she like told everything about it. So this nigga went and unfollowed her, not unfollowed, he blocked me and shit. I was like, what I do? Like, but it stirred up some controversy and she got millions and millions of followers and she went on there and posted that shit herself. So it was like, yeah, I was like, this shit funny as a motherfucker. But
damn.
Yeah, LACEY KAY. That shit was dope.
Damn, man. That's, damn.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah. Look her up, nigga. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, yeah, it was crazy.
God damn. Okay. So, with you transitioning from Pod Sun Radio, now you got the new shit out that's going crazy.
Zero Clout.
So why the transition, and what made you kind of push forward to the new name and the whole 9 yards?
Long story short, I really just wanted a new name, for real. Like, I feel like, because I go by Pod Sun on the podcast, and that's also what most people on the street call me and shit like that. So it's like, I don't really want the name of my name to be the name of the show. I feel like with my research, and I do diligent research, that doesn't really work out a lot in the long run. You got to have a name that's like branded damn near, you know what I mean? Almost like a No Jumper, for real. You know what I mean? The Breakfast Club, $1 million worth of game, Big Facts. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? Like, you got to have, it got that name value. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, okay, I need one of them simple names. And I knew I wanted it to just be a 2-part name. I didn't want no long sentence, yada, yada, yada. And I wanted it to be all about what I was doing with the prior show. And just how we was just talking about, like, how I just always work and move on. Like, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, man, I never did that shit for no clout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so then I knew I wanted the word clout in there, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I was like, okay, I don't know. I ended up just coming with the 0. But yes, simply just wanted to change the name. Pretty much this year, I was mostly chilling, so I wasn't doing too much podcasting, only because I kind of wanted to also get away from, like, that Arizona podcaster type of thing and be able to get back to just creating a brand that's just, even though we'll cover shit in Arizona like I'm already doing, it's got the name that we're just covering any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once I start dropping merch and all that shit, Zero Cloud gonna be out here like the new Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have that shit everywhere. Even I wanna get like window stickers and shit like that. I'm just, and all I'm gonna do is go around the networking with motherfuckers. You know what I mean? People will fuck with you, bro, if you just talk to them for the most part. Like, most of the people ain't just assholes or just, you know what I mean, rude. They're like, nah, I ain't fucking with you. Like, yeah, most people, if you cool, they gonna give you a chance. So it's like, man, I'm just about to start. Hey, why don't you put this on your car for me? Why don't you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's gonna get at where people just gonna realize, like, I still don't even have a logo done. Once I had a logo, then you're gonna see all that shit everywhere. But I just realized you just gotta flood the streets, bro. That's why I'm really about to get back into fucking like high school football. My little cousin JoJo played for Saguaro. They just won a state championship and shit like that. But them motherfuckers was out there like college. You know what I'm saying? And he just a sophomore, so he got 2 more years. I'm like, bro, I'm about to come out here and follow y'all niggas in. You know what I mean? This how I'm going to get my shit off. This how we get the young crowd.
Yeah, you got to get
you know what I'm saying? Crowd. So it's really just getting out there and making sure you just got to open your mouth and really shake hands and kiss babies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But because if all you do is talk to the same people that it's just gonna keep being that revolving circle. So now, like, it's all just about branding, making the brand bigger, and really just, even if I gotta have a bitch with me signing, taking down people emails, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
that's facts. No, facts. With you taking that time off to develop this new name, and what was you doing that whole time, and how long was it?
About 9 months, bro. Yeah, because it was from March to about December or late December. You know what I'm saying? So. I was doing a whole lot of wild shit, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I ran it up this year though. I had a good year for the most part, for real. So I mean, I got 2 daughters. I spend a lot of time with them. I spend a lot of time at home chilling. I do a lot of gaming. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I be at the crib, that's when I'm really just on my Malcolm shit. I don't even entertain none of the extra shit. Like, I don't even want to think about it for the most part until it's time to go back out there, because when I'm at home, I just be chilling. So I took the time, just really hung out, hanging out with my babies, running around, going to whatever. I'll still go to like little events here and there, and then just step out and fuck with my people who I do fuck with. But other than that, I just kept it light, man. I got COVID one time, so I had to quarantine and sit down for a bit. But yeah, everything was cool, bro. I've been really chilling, you know what I'm saying? And then I watch everybody else, and that's why I said I'm gonna present that award, because Don Miliano, low key, when he first came out here, I'm kind of the nigga that got him out into the, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of gave him, like, the same way I network with people, he networked with me, and I was like, let me plug you up, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But also he knows, like, pretty much what I was doing at the podcast. I'm like, nigga, how you gonna wait till this year to start the award? So when I was the motherfucking 3-time champion out this bitch, niggas ain't giving up nothing.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm like, that's crazy. So, And like I was saying this on my podcast. Like I love fucking all the I don't love them niggas, but I fuck with like some of the podcasters out here and what they do. But I always tell the truth, bro. Them niggas wasn't doing what I was doing, bro. Like I'm telling you, even to the top, bro. Like these niggas ain't that Master P hurdle is still not been left. And and the fact that Snoop Dogg took it and put it in his movie and got millions and millions of views, and I never even posted that shit. Like, oh, look at this 6 million. Motherfuckers were sending it to me from random places. Like, yo, you know your Master P interviewing this Snoop Dogg. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. But if we gonna be factual and truthful, nigga, that's some Joe Rogan style shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, now it all just gotta be. And it could just be a local nigga, but it gotta come with the same energy as that Master. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you're sitting down with, or if I'm even just sitting down by myself, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's just about coming with it every motherfucking time. Whether it's even just podcasting, like, bro, I want to do skits. I just did a freestyle. I got a lot of shit doing. I'm content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you was on a side business mixtape, man.
Yeah, you see? So I be throwing out bars from niggas sometimes and shit like that. Yeah.
And I seen you do a lot of shit for the community, too. You had this big-ass basketball event, toy drives. Tell me a little bit about that and how that came about.
Well, I told you I was pretty fucking poor. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like motherfuckers that grow up without it, they always want to give back, you know what I'm saying, in the first place. And even when I start the give backs and shit, like I ain't have money like that. It was more like I just know I can piece people together that's willing to help something out. And if we can help 20 families one Christmas, we got up to like 50 families. It's like, if we can do all this, then why not? You know what I'm saying? I got the network of the people. That's something I'm compassionate about, that I actually think about, that means something to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I always like to do that. I always literally just gave all the fucking money away, even in times where sometimes I needed that shit. I was like, nah, let's help people out. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that with other people's charities. I remember my first year doing the podcast, I pulled up to a bootleg Kev charity game. Gave them niggas $200. I didn't even know them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I guess. So that's all it is, bro. Just trying to generate love, bro, and help some people out if we can. You know, that's simple and plain. Because I feel like it's like the old Tupac saying, charity don't go to the hood. So whatever I was doing, I'm just gonna hand it straight to him.
That's
you know
love,
what I'm saying?
bro.
Like,
We need more motherfuckers like that, man. Because we just we did a Christmas in July, and we supported 2 families, and then we just did some shit on Friday. We gave some gifts to a single mom that didn't have a good Christmas.
Okay.
Me and Classic. She was she was in tears. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it.
But we'll get more into that. But we're gonna take a quick intermission right now, and we'll be right back.
Let's get it.
So. Yo, man, we back like we left some, man. So right now what we going to do, man, I'm going to let Classic take over. We're going to talk about the local AZ hip-hop, where it stands, who's up next, the whole 9 yards, man. Let's get it.
So first question, what's the sleeper? Like somebody who nobody's checking for, but you like, okay, this person has the setup to start making waves.
Does it have to be a rapper or just musician-wise?
Either or.
My K-Zone, he's a producer from the South Side, bro. It's like 22 or 23. He can create, or he might be like 25, 26. He's somewhere in them 20s age, I know. He a South Side nigga, though. That nigga beats would have me remind me on some like Zaytov and Gucci Mane type shit, you know what I mean? And nobody really know him or understand what he on. But the first time he get an artist and they get together and they start clicking up, and because honestly, bro, a lot of the times people say you created a scene. No, what you create is the sound. The sound creates the scene. Right. So a lot of things that Arizona's been missing this whole time is a sound. And it ain't like it got to be like, oh, everybody gonna sound like, no. But it's just more of an identity that it creates. But yeah, I'll say K-Zone, bro. That motherfucker is the coldest producer I've fucking met.
That's what's up.
And he young, bro. But he like fucking, like how I said, Zaytoven, he like almost like Beethoven. Like he just a musical, all he knows is music. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is a genius with that shit too, bro. I'm telling you, like, he is cold.
Yeah, you're going to have to click me up with him so I can put him in rooms with like Staff Money and Main Ingredient and Tony Pushing Keys. These is dudes from the South Side that produce. Mitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different people like that so they can all kind of feed off each other and get to the bag.
Yep, young nigga too, I'm telling you. And like, that's probably why they don't know him, just because he like younger. But boy, this motherfucker's a beast. A born-bred beast. And like, I fuck with a lot of the producers out here because there's some dope niggas, but he got something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's the thing. Like it's a lot of dope, but that boy is different.
Okay. Yeah. And let me say this. Who's your top 5 AZ artists?
Ooh, I gotta think. Truthfully, Will Clay is one of the best, bro. Be honest with you. That's a fact.
Shout out to Will.
Merkham's, definitely. That nigga has been on a blitz.
Bro, I ain't never met him, man, but we chopped it up in the DMs. I want to meet the dude, man. He's the one.
Will Clay, Merkham's, Daily. That Samara Sin chick, I just started bumping her shit. Okay. She going crazy. And you know what? Fifth, I'll give another Southside nigga, J Waves.
Okay.
For sure. To me, them is probably the hardest. But for me, you got people like J-Rob, for instance, who I could easily put him in that category because truthfully, when it comes to music, flow, video, the way they put it together, J-Rob is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like, I feel like he's already had his wave and he creating a new wave right now, but them motherfuckers all like getting their first introduction damn near into the door, except Will, because Will been going for a long time, or Will and Waves, but with Will, I feel like around like 2018, was that the West Side Story? Or wait, what was it called?
West Side.
West Side, yeah. Whenever all that shit start coming, that's when it was like, okay, this, because even when I met him, bro, I didn't know that was him on that YG song. I had no fucking clue. So then that's when it started coming. But yeah, so that's for me. And it's a lot of other people I could throw in there. But truthfully, them motherfuckers is the hardest. They still at an age where they not too old, but they are seasoned to the point where, you know, it's go time. And that don't mean that it's going to happen for them, but they got the fucking chance to really blow the doors off this bitch and be worldwide artists. Yeah. Every 5 of them that I named, you know what I mean? They all got the chance to be worldwide fucking artists. For damn sure. Like, Daily to me remind me of like a Larry June type of nigga. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's like
Southside legend right there, man.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, I don't even know. But yeah, them would be the niggas, but it's so many people out here that's talented, and that's why I don't like to go into the talent talk because that shit don't matter, bro. Like, it does, but you gotta branch out, bro, and create a network. Yeah, otherwise, your talent's not gonna fucking matter. You know, you gotta without fans, it doesn't fucking matter. And as much as I love all of them, not a lot of them have no fucking musical fans. Yeah. That's just being a fact. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cold is a motherfucker. But as far as like, are they really? Nah, not yet. So in order to make that shit, bro, you gotta start doubling down. You know what I'm saying? You might even need to get away from all these people that's dropping fire emojis on your shit and start performing for the motherfuckers who ain't fucking with you. Know what I mean? You need to start winning some other people over because that be the problem, bro. At nowadays, you gotta come to the label, or even if you just trying to get a label deal or stay independent, but then you definitely gotta bring all your people in. They're not just signing niggas because you spit a hot 16 or because the girl done sung her fucking heart out and made people cry. They don't care. What they want to know is who's listening to this shit. Who's buying this shit? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas need to be to the point where it's undeniable. When I get in my car, I gotta play this Daily. When I get in my car, I gotta hear this Waves. I gotta hear this Will. But as of now, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But once niggas, I'm telling you, put that extra, you gotta go in on niggas, boy. I'm telling you, it ain't, and I'm not talking about go in as far as talking bad or dissing niggas or starting beefs. I'm just talking about letting motherfuckers feel you. And it's, once again, there's nothing cool about playing small so that other people don't feel insecure around you. And that's exactly what it is. Because if niggas was being their best self, they'd already been out of here. But I'm telling you, it's like a little bit of that inner shit that they hold back. And it's not just artists, it's everybody in life. But right now, we're speaking specifically on music. But yeah. So long story short, though, they're my top 5. Them the most potential. They got the best potential out this motherfucker.
That was a good lineup, and I know 3 out of the 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know Merkham yet, but we gonna meet, and I don't know the other person yet.
Yeah, Waves is sick, bro. But yeah, and I'm gonna throw my cousin Emmett Dupree in there as an honorable mention. I just don't like to ever sound biased, but that motherfucker is off the chain. Yeah. Emmett Dupree, and as far as I think he had the video of the year with Class Clown for sure. Okay, for sure.
And that's what we're gonna jump into next. We're gonna jump into the AZ Trending Awards, bro. I've seen a lot of the different categories online. You know, a lot of artists I don't know, a lot of different categories I don't know. I kind of want to talk about that. How do you feel about the awards? Because I know you did some interview with the guy that's doing the fashion, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I don't mean to stop, but I gotta say this because I feel like I might use this for my clip because I know people gonna have something to say about it, bro. I feel like with like Will and Waves, they don't ever get their just due. And this is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna stand on this, bro. If you listen to the For the Side album by Jay Waves, if you listen to the Desert Water album by Jay Waves, if you listen to the West Side Story EP, starting from there, bro, timeless fucking classic project. I'm talking about how I was talking about, oh, you should put this shit on in the car. You can ride through them bitches from track 1 till that bitch is over. And it's great. The fucking music is good. The engineering is, nigga, a fucking one. So one thing I say, everything that they put out, they deserve more flowers, bro. Because those, nigga, them J-Waves, I have Desert Water wrapped in plastic, the physical copy, never opened it, in a safe at my house. And I put it in there like when he first dropped it because I was like, bro, this nigga, that nigga. I'm going to come get this bitch in 20 years.
Sleeping on my dog, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wanted to go there. But, yeah, let's go back to the awards. But them niggas, for the people who don't like that I put them in my top 5 or don't like my list, they got some of the most classic projects in Arizona history. And they, not only that, their albums will stand up against fucking anything damn near out there in the world. Like, that's how good those albums are. And I'll throw Mitch Space in there just since we talking about the Southside niggas right now. The Space album is crazy.
That was the.
You can make a baby to that.
That was his freshman album. That's the best project.
You can make a baby to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trade My Main is one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah, so respect the Southside, man. I'm a West Side nigga, but I do got to say that. Like, facts. Yeah. You could literally have All Eyes on Me. And I'm not saying these albums are that great because these are classic hip hop albums. But I'm talking about like if you're just looking at a discography and it'll make sense. And Desert Water comes, yeah, I can throw. It's like whatever, like you know what I'm saying, like literally that them niggas made classics, bro. Those are trophies.
Yeah, shout out to my dogs, man. Mitch, Waves, Will, them my day ones, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I seen some of the categories. I think it was Artist of the Year. I know Merkham was on there. Ben Johnson from the South Side. Chee Chatman from the South Side, and I really don't know any other artists like that. But I feel like some of those categories was, hit or miss.
Yeah.
What you think?
I really don't know the categories, to be real, except for Podcast of the Year off my head, to be honest with you. I know they got like Designer of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year. I kind of was just looking at the pictures, but you have to honestly tell me the categories. So to be real, I ain't really go through it, bro.
I think Entrepreneur of the Year, I see my boy Ryan from Guest List.
He should win that.
Yeah, he got to take that home.
This motherfucker be courtside, feet on the good wood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Cool cat, man. Restaurant of the Year. Lolo's got to take that home. Come on, man. Come on. Lolo's got to take that home.
Shout out to our sponsor.
For the podcast.
Hey, shout out to
Lolo's.
He got to take that home. And I seen like Clothing Line of the Year.
Things like that are too hard to decipher. Like that award's never gonna go to the right person. Ever.
Yeah.
It couldn't. Like I'm sure modern rock stars will probably win. I would think so because at least they got like the most global shit. But it's some people who don't wear that. You know what I'm saying? And some people who wearing something totally different. So that some awards with like what happens with any awards show are gonna be like at the end of the day, whoever got their most friends to come, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that is too hard. But at least Artist of the Year, I feel like it's more black and white.
Yeah.
Video of the Year, shit like that.
It was like I think it was Producer of the Year, and I didn't know one producer on the list. Photographer of the Year, I didn't. Art by Art wasn't on there. Inspired Photography over there. Legacy, my boy B-Lo, I didn't see him on there. And these dudes is going crazy. Yeah. But that's a whole different. Well, you know what I mean? I didn't even see them on
getting
there.
the just due. That's what you talk about. You gotta figure out how to get that.
Hey, but they doing better than the AZMT awards.
Yeah. And I was getting those two mixed up because the AZMT awards, it was already.
AZMT be having niggas on there. Who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah, I was getting those two mixed up because I seen the AZMT awards listings and categories. I was like, bro, what's this?
Who is this?
Who the fuck putting this together? No disrespect, but god damn.
Bro, the list was crazy. It'd be like random ass names, like little car starter. Or something. I'm like, bro,
damn,
this is not an Arizona. I'm telling you. Yeah, Junebug. Who the fuck is Junebug, man? Got his picture up there and everything. Oh, he from Tucson. Yeah. Fuck out of here, dude. Right. Yeah. Shout out my Tucson people.
I always wondered that, like with the award shows, who are the people that actually sit down and make these lists? Like, how in tune are you? Are you really doing your due diligence? And how is that being decided on? Is it people voting, so on and so forth?
Yeah.
But
did y'all go to Flagstaff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many shows did you go to of this person? Like, what is it based off of? Is it
Yeah.
based off the number of shows, or is it, you know, how many records they sold, or like there's a whole lot. I'm just not a fan of award shows in general. Just being honest.
A lot of motherfuckers be getting robbed for sure.
That's the main reason. That's the main reason, because it's hard to quantify what somebody's real value is when you're putting them up against people who are doing similar things. Like, and especially in an environment where it's questionable taste, because, well, I shouldn't say questionable, but when it's taste related, because I may not like Pepsi and I love Dr. Pepper, but the ingredients are all the same except for one.
Now what we gonna jump into, man, the trending topics, man. NFL Super Bowl predictions.
Who you think going? The two teams that are going, who you think is going to win?
This ain't even biased. I think the Cardinals are going from the NFC. I think the Cardinals are going.
Facts. And mine's bias.
It's still some bias in there, but I'm talking like even the year, like when was our last playoff year with Carson Palmer, 13-3, and we went to the NFC Championship against, I didn't think we was going to win the Super Bowl because we wasn't cut like that. You know what I'm saying? This team mostly leads with defense. When we had that 3-game losing streak, the defense was slipping. But for the most part, lead with defense. Like, the offensive dynamic, bro, but the Cardinals is gritty. And I'm like, who in the NFC is head over heels better than niggas? The only people, the Packers. So maybe the Packers. But the only reason I believe the Cardinals will get it done, because if we play the Packers, it'll be on the road. And me, from watching all these road games this year, the Cardinals come out like a different type of dog on the road, bro. I don't know why or what it is. It don't matter if it's cold weather, sunny. It don't matter what the hell is going on, nigga. The Cardinals is coming with it on the road. So I believe, if anything, we could pull off that one upset against Green Bay. But for the rest of them niggas, we going to roll niggas over. I'm telling you. But from the AFC, this shit is tough. I'm gonna just go. Wait, I got to ask this question. Who won out of the Broncos and Chiefs last night?
The Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs is going back 3 times in a row.
Yeah, they looking good.
3 times. Because it's like, I mean, the Patriots had a good little run there for a second. And they disciplined as hell.
I was
like,
gonna say,
oh my God,
I would not bet against Bill Belichick.
They disciplined as hell.
It's so hard to.
But I'm gonna say Cardinals Chiefs, and as much as I hate to say it, I would say the Chiefs would probably win it. But I think the Cardinals will get back to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay, I think the Eagles is.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
I think the Eagles is. I mean, I gotta put faith. You know what I mean?
Are y'all? What's y'all seed? 7?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas getting put out.
We wasn't playing for shit last night. We got blew out though.
See, that's why you gotta be honest though, because even if I was like, I love the Cardinals, but if I'm like, the niggas gonna get their ass beat, well, they gonna get their ass beat. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. I got faith like Biggie, man. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's
I got
stupid.
faith like Biggie, man.
Cardinals Chiefs. I said it here.
All right. What about NBA?
Ooh, we gotta go in on the Lakers for a second, bro. Or for the fact that it's not even it's halfway through the season now. And you know, shout out, they're on a 4-game winning streak right now. If we beat the Grizzlies tonight, it'll be a 5-game winning streak. So that'll be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, it's like everybody talk about, there's no chemistry, no nothing. Bro, it's literally 40 games of the season. And I'm not to say like they looking like the best team, because they look like mediocre. I wouldn't say trash. They look mediocre.
Yeah.
At best. But lately, LeBron has been playing his fucking ass off. You know what I'm saying? But Golden State and Phoenix are the best teams, head over heels. Chicago looks great.
Brooklyn look good too.
Brooklyn looks good. I feel like Milwaukee, just Giannis is damn near the best, bro. Yeah, but if you asking me who I think gonna be there in the end, as of right now, Golden State, Brooklyn. Golden State, Brooklyn. Because Phoenix is nice, but Golden State better than them. But I just feel like the Lakers is a sleeper, bro. Because ain't nobody gonna want to see the Lakers if they one of them 4 seeds and they done, because they already had lost 19 games. You know what I'm saying? So they end up losing like, let's say 30 games this season, et cetera, et cetera. But if they one of them seeds, you're just not gonna want to see them. Because they more built to play a slower paced game.
In the playoffs.
They're more built to play a slower paced game, bro. All that shit gonna slow down, and these niggas gonna start grinding niggas out. And experience counts like a bitch, bro. And hey, Malik Monk, bro, looking like fucking Kobe Bryant. Man. That's not even an understatement, nigga. That nigga has been hooping these last 5 games. Yeah. Going crazy. I did not know that boy could hoop like that. He's about to make him some fucking money.
Yeah, I think for me, the Lakers, like you said, you can't sleep on them, and you better hope that they don't end up in the 4 or 5 spot, because at that point that means that they done jailed.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part, because when you look at it, name a position that they won't be able to guard. Because in the playoff, it's about defense. It's like you said, when you got a Westbrook on a Steph Curry, you can put 4 or 5 other people on Klay Thompson.
Yeah. Oh, Klay Thompson back today.
Yeah, today he's supposed to come back. Devin Booker. I mean, you line it up, and it's like they built to play defense on whoever. So
yeah,
I mean, they better hope they end up stay 7-8.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They literally, if they win today, I think they're 5 seed.
That's scary.
They 21-19. I think the Mavericks is like 21-18, but we already got the tiebreaker on the Mavericks, bro. The Lakers, if they get to the 4 seed, I'll say Western Conference Finals. If they get to the 5 seed, it's iffy because you got to start on the road, and winning 3 road series is like,
that's tough.
Now winning 2 road series is very possible. But yeah, we 6 seed right now. We half a game behind Dallas for the 5th seed. I
think for me, I'm calling Golden State and Chicago.
Chicago looks good.
They do.
They got a full squad, and you start looking at it. Yeah, Brooklyn looks good. Yeah, Milwaukee, they look good. But when you got to match up at all 5 spots, and you got to compete at all 5 spots, there's not a 5-man roster that I would say across the board that's better at all 5 spots than Chicago. But I could say that about Chicago for other teams.
Yeah. Nah, I just never trust DeMar DeRozan. Because I feel like Toronto had that for 4 years. And I was like, they probably are the best team. And then they run into the Cavaliers. Well, that probably was it. They was running into the Cavaliers.
Yeah, you run. Sometimes you just, like we were talking about earlier, you run into a Michael Jordan. You run into a KD or Steph Curry. Yeah. That was their problem.
Yeah.
But, I think with Caruso, they're deep, bro.
Shout out the GOAT.
And then they got Lonzo Ball, bro. He's going in the playoffs, posting all them little ass guards up. Kyrie will not matter.
Oh no, that's too far. That's too far.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they got to deal with Kyrie on the other end, and truthfully, that's going to expend a hell of a lot of energy.
But as a person who plays basketball, you know, you're 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", playing against somebody 6'10". It ain't gonna always be that easy. Facts.
Oh wait, rephrase that. Let me go back. What were you saying exactly? You saying he can't deal
No, I'm saying
they gonna pin him in the post. You saying?
Yeah, I'm saying on the defensive end, he's already a liability. But when you're playing against Alonzo Ball, I would drop him straight to the post. And he's a great passer, and then you got all those slashers, cutters, shooters in Chicago.
But
it
think
gets
about
ugly.
But the other side, though, too, whatever.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kyrie's gonna get his buckets, right?
Lonzo cold at defense. He's one of the best defensive guards. Kyrie had chopped Lonzo up.
But he's gonna have to work harder than a lot of other people would make him have to work.
Because Lonzo's almost like, I feel like in a couple years he's gonna be Drew Holiday, where he literally taking niggas out the game because he's a really good defender.
Yeah, he's dope on the defensive end. So that's why I'm picking Chicago and Golden State. And that will be a fun ass series to watch.
Yeah, but I just don't believe in DeMar, and I feel like I know Levine's the focal point, but I feel like when it comes down to crunch time, a lot of times it's DeMar DeRozan, like that last 6 minutes of the game. And I don't know if it's because of game plan or because he just stopped passing the fucking ball or whatever the case may be. But I couldn't see him doing that in Brooklyn in like a game 7. If it's in Brooklyn, Chicago's number 1 seed actually. If they're home, I could believe it. Possibly if they're home court.
Yeah, I would pick Chicago to beat Golden State. I don't believe in the health. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. I don't believe in the health of Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, or else that's
all right. Let's say they're healthy then.
Durant for sure.
Healthy with a healthy James Harden who disappears in the postseason. I know because he was on my Rockets for a long time. I'd have to go. It goes 7, but I still would pick Chicago.
Yeah,
I'd pick Chicago in a very, very close 7.
How could Chicago beat Milwaukee?
I think it's just a better team all the way around. The Greek Freak will only go so far, but he can't stop that many slashers. You can't stop that defense and then penetrating and.
But experience a motherfucker break. Too, man. And honestly, I think Drew Holiday is just as big as, not literally nowhere near on impact, but as far as somebody's out of the game, literally. Whoever Drew Holiday guarding, goodbye.
But the thing with Chicago is that they got a whole squad, so you eliminate one. Which would probably be Rosen, right?
Cut the head off the snake.
We're smart. they'll take out DeRozan, but you still got Levine. You got a guard. Okay, so then you put Giannis on him. Then you still got Caruso who can get buckets at the drop.
Is
of a dime.
DiVincenzo back?
That I don't know.
I don't know. But all I'm saying is between Connaughton and DiVincenzo, Milwaukee got some wings too, bro.
But I would pick Chicago's wings over Milwaukee.
For sure, because they a little more dynamic. But Milwaukee wings is getting the job done. It's like more like Greg Popovich style type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. I've watched both, and I just like what I see from Chicago better than what I see from Milwaukee.
I just think Milwaukee. What I don't even know what Milwaukee. Actually, I can pull it up. I wonder what Milwaukee record is though. But they the champions, bro. They not. Oh, they the 4th seed. Yeah, bro. Milwaukee gonna be there, and they're gonna be a problem. I hope they play Chicago now, because I honestly, my honest opinion, I would give Chicago a better chance to beat Brooklyn than Milwaukee, and it's not because I think Milwaukee's better than Brooklyn. It's gonna them levels of experience. Nigga, you get in the Deer District and it's 80,000 motherfuckers out there screaming. I knew before Game 6 with the Suns in Bucks. I was like, bro, there is no way the Suns win tonight. This is too much nerves for any human.
Right.
It was fucking bananas. I said, you might as well bring the trophy out right now, because they're not going to let them lose this game, because first of all, if they do, it's going to be a fucking riot out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see. We're going to see. I like Chicago.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I think that's odds-on favorites.
I just feel like Chicago, that's Cinderella story right now, too. Like, that's all.
Yeah. They look, I mean, shit. I don't know.
This nigga hit 2 back-to-back game winners in 2 nights. Like,
And sometimes it's just your time.
That's true. But I mean, it's really their first year all together. That's why I think it won't. I don't see it going. Second round exit, Chicago Bulls.
Second round exit.
Bro, you think they first year they just gonna come together?
Definitely not a second round exit.
Okay. So wait, I don't even want to talk about this too much longer. But let's look at the seeds. All right. So if they the first seed, obviously, Boston should finish higher than 8th if they get it together. Right now, Boston would be the 8th seed, but like. They're not going to play Boston. Let's say they play the Washington or the Knicks. Obviously, they're going to scrape the fuck out of them. Second round, you playing a Milwaukee or a Philly or a Miami.
I'm not worried about Philly at all.
Nah, I'm not either. But Milwaukee, man, you see what Miami did to the Suns last night?
Yeah, Miami's a sleeper. They're underrated for sure. But I just, like I said, if you just line them up.
Super underrated.
Did you see the fashion they beat them in, though? That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
it was like running it down them niggas' throat. And I ain't seen the Suns get did like that by nobody this year.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that.
Yeah,
I give you
I'm
that.
telling you.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what makes it fun, right? Because, you got to go in there and you got to figure out how to win. I think that Chicago will be better able to make adjustments. Because, game 1, you filling somebody out. And then by the time you get to game 5, game 6, what adjustments have you made to win the rest of the series?
I'm just an old school NBA head, so I'm like, nah, niggas got to get in line, man. These niggas, y'all behind Brooklyn and Milwaukee, wait in line. You ain't just finna come to the front of the.
Because it's easy to say Brooklyn, right? It's easy to say Milwaukee. Well, not so much Milwaukee.
Brooklyn was way better last year, though. If James Harden didn't get that hamstring injury, and because truthfully, before James Harden hurt his hamstring, not in the playoffs, but when he was playing point guard last year, mastery.
Yeah,
mastery. I was like, you know what? Damn, Brooklyn might beat niggas, but then they, like you said, the health, they start falling off, falling apart off the top. But head over heels last year, they was honestly head over heels better than anybody. This year, no. I think they just a regular team with good stars.
I think if James Harden shows up and KD is healthy, nobody beats him.
Yeah, then they're
like
once again.
Facts.
Yeah, that's just the whole. KD is just. It'll be fun to watch KD and Giannis go at it in the conference final.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that Brooklyn would lose because it's just too much with KD.
Brooklyn's better than Milwaukee. That's why I literally said it's like styles make fights.
Right, exactly.
You know
Exactly.
Because I'm taking Milwaukee over Chicago, but I can see myself taking Chicago over Brooklyn, but I can take Brooklyn over Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
It's going to be interesting, though.
Facts.
I mean, KD, that's the best in the league. I mean, shit.
Second best.
The best in the league.
Second best.
Who you think the best is?
I'm not willing to give it up for LeBron yet. I don't think that anybody is better than LeBron across the board at everything. Even at his age.
I get what you're saying. Like speaking from a if we're talking about what you got in the toolbox, LeBron got way more in his toolbox than everybody else. But only reason I don't give him that no more, and I'm a die-hard Lakers fan to the core. You know what I'm saying? I got this. You know what I mean? All that. But he just ain't. He hasn't been in those games other than since the bubble. So I'll say just since this last year. I almost sound like Max Kellerman right now. Right now, it's got to be Giannis. Because Giannis dropped a 50-point nugget. No, that's the only thing. Like, LeBron, we didn't beat the Suns last year. And it's like if LeBron was still even 2018 LeBron, like from Cleveland, we'd have beat the Suns, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you. But he said he had an ankle injury and shit. I was mad though because I was losing money at them games. But anyway, yeah. I honestly say Giannis, bro. Who you think?
KD.
So KD, Giannis, or LeBron?
LeBron.
KD, Giannis.
I mean, you can make a case for either one, but I just think like at his age, what he does still, like the numbers are still the same. Like as far as what he's did over the last few years, and KD's obviously he was hurt last year, but there is no real separation between the two to say that KD is better. And if I'm picking, basketball is a scoring sport, and KD is a way better scorer than LeBron at all levels of the game, except for probably the post.
Yeah.
But just the intangibles, man. Like you 7 foot and you shoot threes. Okay, cool. You got a 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guy who basically is a point guard and has developed the shot. Yes, free throws have been lacking a little bit.
Yeah.
But across the board, he makes everybody on this team better. It's hard to pick that over somebody who can just drop buckets, in my opinion.
Shout out to my nigga Zero Clout for coming on the podcast today, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Let people know where they can find you at, man.
Instagram, most of what I be on, Zero Clout Pod. So, yeah, I'm on YouTube, Zero Clout TV. Subscribe to a nigga because YouTube is what's most important to me, to be honest with you. Like, Instagram, Zero Clout Pod, man. Or see me in the streets, nigga.
Sir.
Shit, you know me, Classic TV.
Hey, it's your boy Chee Diddy, man. SWC Podcast AZ or Chee Chatman, CHATMANN. Hey, shout out to our sponsors, man. Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, Classic TV, Art by Art, Inspire. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good motherfucking day. Tune in. Episode coming soon, man. We outside.